Well, how do I follow Frank Corbett? How do you do that?
Tell us who you're
Guests, friends, fellow Democrats from across the country, welcome to Nova Scotia. I'm thrilled to be able to speak to you tonight as Premier of this great province. If you've never been here before, take some time to look around this beautiful city. Stay an extra day or two, take a drive along the Scotia shore, back up through the Annapolis Valley. I know that many of you plan a trip to Cape Breton through either the eastern shore or along the north shore. No matter where you go or what route you take, I know that you will be impressed by the province and its wonderful people. And as you travel around, there's something else you will notice. In talking with people, you will also learn that Nova Scotians are not afraid to strike out on a new path. And we confront challenges ahead head on. On June 9th, Nova Scotians made a historic choice. People decided that it was time to turn a new page and elect a government with fresh energy and new ideas to make our province an even better place to live, to work, to do business, and to raise a family. Now, many across this country looked on in astonishment at this historical moment. How was it that the NDP was able to break the old entrenched voting patterns in Nova Scotia, they asked. Well, Nova Scotians know that the answer is simple. Rather than focus on the politics of parties, the NDP has focused for years now on what I like to call the politics of people. Every day, we concern ourselves with addressing the real, practical problems confronting families. Our focus and our goals had no room for strict party ideology. We had no time for political gamesmanship. My NDP colleagues in the legislature, many of whom are here today, knew that listening was essential to understanding the road ahead. Whether it was addressing the unfairness of charging seniors for health care in long-term care facilities, or fighting to ensure for family leave for all. The NDP listened and acted on the things that matter. Our caucus met in every corner of Nova Scotia during the last 3 years. NDP MLAs have toured factories, met business owners in their place of work, and recognized the need to understand the issues that we all face together. From Sydney to Amherst to Yarmouth, the Democrats sat down with community, business, and labor leaders to hear their ideas about how this province can do a better job. And then we acted. We brought forward a clear plan that we call the Better Deal for Today's Families. Simply put, that platform was designed to ensure each of our commitments improve the lives of ordinary Nova Scotians. Nova Scotians responded by electing the first New Democratic Party government east of Ontario. Nova Scotians decided that at a historic moment of challenge, it was time for a historic change. And here we are with a great opportunity to establish a new vision and a new path for this province. My vision is that this province will find its place in the world, knowing that Nova Scotia is home to world-class industries and universities. My vision is to re-establish Nova Scotia as a leader in Canada. And I look forward to the day when someone in Toronto says, I just got a promotion. I'm going to Halifax. vision, we must begin to address our many challenges, directly and forcefully. I want to speak tonight about some of the challenges we face in Nova Scotia. Great challenges have never deterred committed Democrats, and so I also want to speak about some of the problems that we have begun to tackle in the first 60 days in government. There is one issue facing Canada right now that I think we here in Nova Scotia understand better than anywhere else in the country. It's a challenge that will determine the dynamics of this country for families, for business, and for government in the years to come. Canada's large and aging baby boom population is much greater than many developed countries, including the United States. And while the country also faces this challenge, the problem is more severe in Nova Scotia, where our population is among the oldest in Canada and getting older. At current trends, 1/4 of Nova Scotia's population, that's 1 out of every 4 people, will be age 65 or older by 2026. Nova Scotia is working now to address the issues raised by our demographics. We are focused on ensuring the stability of services that will be most in demand by an aging population, including healthcare care. More important is finding better ways to help women and men stay strong and self-sufficient throughout their lives. You know, there were 60,000 young children in Nova Scotia in 1994. Today, there are less than 45,000. Part of the solution to our aging population involves working to ensure more young people stay and build a life here. Canada and Nova Scotia must attract and retain young families, including immigrant families, to help fill a growing skills gap. Jobs and training are one piece of the puzzle. In this struggling economy, finding adequate employment is a problem for young people looking to put down roots and to raise a family. 2 days ago, my government took its first step toward resolving this problem when we introduced a new home construction rebate. The rebate program is designed to stimulate the economy, but more importantly, to keep our skilled tradespeople here by offering a cash rebate to those who construct new homes or who are buying newly built houses. This clears the way for builders to start new projects and to generate the jobs that go with that work. Another major issue affecting both the young and old in this province is the lack of an adequate pension plan. Only 41% of paid workers in Nova Scotia participate in a pension plan over and above the CPP. Most Nova Scotians earn less than the $46,300 maximum pensionable earnings from the Canada Pension Plan. So the quality of life that many of us will enjoy in later years depends on how much we are able to set aside for a pension. Now, I said earlier that I believe in the politics of people. I believe in listening and understanding the things that concern them most and then fighting on their behalf. Tonight, I want to tell you the lack of opportunity for a decent retirement income is among the chief concerns. And I know that it is an issue that Jack Layton has raised at every opportunity. I congratulate